R.L.D.S. episode 4, everybody! The big review for this finale of season 1. In which, of course, well, as you would expect, well, we do get a flashback about, I believe, how Agaton met his wife, Kara. At least I believe that's how it goes. Over a game of poker, happening over a game of card games. And they hit it off, and apparently that's how they all met. It's just how there's not much to it, but I guess it's better to have it not need it, I guess. I don't know. It is kind of cute how seeing them interact before they, of course, became boyfriend, girlfriend, all that jazz. And then we get to the main meat of it, and yes, I was corrected. The guy who played Synchros gave him 2 Exodia pieces. I guess I'm just so used to one guy gives one thing, that seeing one guy give 2 things seemed a little bit weird to me. But yes, they have all 5 pieces of Exodia, and I can't count for crap. I don't know. Maybe I just got so used to seeing one guy at a time, it just kind of fucked my vision. I don't know. I'm so used to my own status quo that I can't see. Oh well. Shit happens. Anyway, hey, so of course they get all 5 pieces of Exodia, go to some bridge in the middle of nowhere with fake snow, because I know it's fake snow. That snow looked nowhere near real to me. It was a good effect. It was a good graphical effect and all that stuff, but I know it wasn't real. Although I did appreciate how Nemesis, I'm calling him Nemesis. Nemesis had those little bit of patches over his mask thingy, considering trying to make it look more like it is snowing, but I know it's fake. And then I'm going to find out that's just how it snows in Hungary, and punch myself in the face repeatedly. Not even slap myself in the face, punch myself in the face. Ah well. So yeah, they opened the portal to the dark dimension, the Shadow Realm, let's go with. And that would make the most amount of sense. A big triangle portal that reminds me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles CGI show on Nickelodeon from like 2012 to, well, not current day, because now they're rebooting it again. Yes, because that's just what we need. Oh well. Shit happens. Anyway, they go into the portal, they fight Nemesis. Agaton duels him, in which case he freaking decks out. Well, he doesn't lose via deck out, his deck gets down to 0. Then he Jar of Avarices the motherfucker, and then is able to draw all 5 pieces. Fuck you. Ooh. Nemesis' deck is a competent one. It's mostly focused on rituals, but it just seems a bit like, I don't know. The final boss, you expect a bit more, but I guess we got what we were expecting. The only weird part of it was really how he used Black Illusion Ritual to Ritual Shown Relinquished, but he sent 2 cards in his hand to the graveyard. I'm just like, what? You need 2 cards to get rid of a level 1 monster. Is there a half-level monster I don't know about? Or 2 of them, in fact? And, no, you can't say, like, Ultimaya Zolkin, where it's like, his level is always treated as 0, because that's not what I mean. You know that's not what I mean. I don't know. No, it seems a little weird to me. I don't know. I know why it was, though. It was most likely just so he didn't have an extra card in his hand. It would fit the whole hand consistency thing. But it just seemed a little odd, you know? Also, freaking Agaton's using more Dark Magician focused cards, but to be fair, he was using more Magicians in the past, so I guess he just more support for him. Makes him feel a bit more Yugi, you know? So, of course, Agaton wins, big surprise. Through Exodia, big surprise. And then is able to get his sister's soul, except not yet, because according to the rules of darkness or by the screaming skull of death, the only reason to save Kara's soul is by, of course, or he has to take a soul in return. A Faustine bargain, if you will. I'll give you back that soul, but it'll cost you a soul. All this was fucking started by someone and not wanting to play a children's card game in the Shadow Realm. And now we're dealing with demonic duel things with the devil. Also, the stipulation is that the winner has to stay. I get the logic of it. Make sure the darkness gets the strongest people to be made their soldier or something like that. But I'm just not used to winner stays in hell. It's like, what? Wouldn't the loser stay in hell, logically? But I guess But logically, if he's trying to get more recruits, that would make more sense. So, you know. It just goes against tradition, so it fucks with me a bit, but, you know, it makes sense. And then I'm going to find out that it's not what he's doing at all, he's just doing it to be an enormous dickhead so Lehel can get another win. I'd be like, oh fuck. So they have a big epic clash, yes, back and forth with a lot of epic moves. To be fair, for a final duel, it is a good back and forth between the two. In which case, of course, Lehel wins, Agaton loses officially, singles duel style, not 2-on-1 or any of that jazz. It's just Lehel officially wins against Agaton, proving that he was holding back earlier and he could have won the entire time. No, not that far, but still pretty good. He did. So, since Lehel wins, he stays in hell. And this portal closes on him and he leaves the whole thing for his sister. You know, earlier Agaton offered to be sacrificed first, but it'd be like, you do know if your soul was stuck in hell, that would just make Korra want to go after your soul now. Because if you two were supposed to be soulmates, wouldn't it logically mean that this cycle would just start anew, except this time there's a girl protagonist? It'd be basically de-evolution after episode 7. Just like, now we just start the cycle anew again. And I know we don't know what happens with freaking de-evolution episode 6 or 7, but you know what I mean. Episode 6, I think it is. If I said 7, then fuck me. Oh, well. It's just weird, you know? It's just like, hey, well, logically, she's just gonna go after your soul. Unless she's a bitch and just was using you the entire time and can just go get another boyfriend. In which case, I don't mean the actress is a bitch. I just mean that the character herself would be one. I'm not saying that, but it'd be like, she could do that in the universe, you know? I'm not, again, no offense to the actress, I'm just saying that could happen logically, you know? Just want to cover my grounds on that one. So yeah, Leho stays behind, which means now his wife is going to freaking hate Agaton, although that doesn't seem to be a problem, considering the wife freaking left him because of what he was doing with dueling, and this is starting to get a little complex, isn't it, up in here? Anyway, yeah. Now it's almost a whole new can of worms, and now Leho needs to be saved. But at least it ends on a happy note, sort of, where Agaton gets to reunite with Korra, and then break the news about how Leho is now in hell, in which case, congratulations! You're back to life. Bad news! Your brother's dead instead! The cycle begins anew! Well, a different version of the cycle, but still a cycle! It's like the revenge cycle. Revenge is the most pointless of freaking reasons to go fighting back, because A, when you do get your revenge, you have nothing to fight for now. And B, once you get your revenge on one person, he'll want revenge, and then after he gets his revenge on you, you'll want revenge. It's a never-ending loop. I don't know. And that's why revenge is stupid and why brain sucks. No, I'm kidding. I don't mean any of that. But, it just feels like it just feels like there was a freaking ending to this. It would just say the cycle begins anew. But, whatever. That'll just probably be the plot of Season 2. Or the movie. I don't know. Probably not the movie, but who knows. There is an extra coming out, which I'll be handling this Sunday. And then, assuming the Link movie doesn't come out in between, then I'll handle... Well, when the Link movie comes out, I'll handle that too. But until then, you know. But, hey, that's the end of Season 1. We wrapped up Season 1. But now we're not done yet, because, as I said, we gotta do the extra. I still enjoyed the episode overall. It was still a good episode with some great back and forth. A good end to the season finale. I gotta say, though, if Nemesis was the final boss, it wouldn't have been that great. But Leho versus Agaton did save it. So, yeah. Good thing overall. So, yeah. Well, I got nothing else to say. See ya.